it's not really morning. It's like 12:40 or so, 12:45 on the 25th of October, Saturday. Yeah, the 25th. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I am getting on for whatever reason, making a video, checking my energy. My heart energy was really, really activated and expanded and vibrating this morning. I woke up to that vibration. It's been a few years. I remember when I was doing I Am Gigalicious, that page, I used to wake up every day with that vibration in my core. Every day I was excited to get up and do and stuff. I had purpose. Today I woke up. The thing that I am giving gratitude, and I feel very I don't know why I feel emotional about it, but I feel really good about it. That's for sure, is that before I even open my eyes, my awareness comes on. I'm awake. I haven't opened my eyes yet. I don't feel groggy or anything, but immediately I started thinking, I am, and then whatever good thoughts, I am divine energy, I am grateful, I am thankful, I was giving thanks for so many different things. My pillow, my whatever, it doesn't matter. I was just giving thanks. And also, of course, my favorite prayer is just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't have to name anything. You just thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever comes to mind, you're thankful for and stuff. And so, yeah. And I don't know how long I stay in that status. It's for a while, an hour or so, a couple hours maybe even, or more. Because I actually technically got up at 8:20 something this morning. And then I've just kind of been hovering in that status. So yeah, so like 4 hours. And then I was thinking about the Celestine Prophecy, the book and the movie. And they talk about, they show you in there as you're trying to find all these different things, for the ascension and stuff, is that when something vibrates super high, it can't be seen by lower vibration. And I was visualizing that about myself. I was visualizing that, not because I was trying to make that my visual, but that's just what was coming, because I was like, wow, this feeling in my heart is so vibrating, and it was kind of like I was asking a question, but not asking a question, but still getting an answers, like, because you're vibrating so high. You're vibrating higher and higher. And I claim it every day. I claim it. I am entangled with my highest vibration. I am, excuse me, I am the Michi that I seek. I am right now. And lots of fucking fun. I want to see and explore. I want to have deep conversations. I want to meet other people. There are creators and influencers out there that are doing things that I'm inspired to do. hosting retreats and things, and or hydroponic gardening, and I was also thinking about putting stakes in the ground with copper on it, going really, really tall, and then swirling at the top, and then putting that all around the property, my future property, so that I have an area. Because from what I understood, if when you do it like that, it's all around. I don't know if they need to be connected or not, but if it needs be, I mean, just buy more copper and stuff. But if it doesn't, even better, you can just put stakes all around your property and everything and create a barrier to keep like certain insects out of your off your property, out of your area. So yeah, I was thinking about that. But mostly I was thinking about, tapping into that divine substance, the divine plasma, the divine potentia that surrounds us all at all times. So so I have one package that still has yet to be delivered. It is that soft brush stuff, so I'll be getting that and see how I do with that and everything. Yeah. But I want to go sit on, I don't know if I'll sit or if I'll just lay my legs on it or how I'll do it, but I think there's some new positions that I might try with the vibration plate to help my fascia relax and unfurl, right? So yeah, that's my thought process in sending love to myself and everything. Oh, and that's the other thing. I was talking about all my cells and in my body and everything, and just speaking the highest speak and thinking the highest thoughts and just knowing the best about myself was what we should be. We should have been taught this from the very beginning. The fact that it feels weird for me to say it now, or that I get emotional about it now, is fucking fucked. Because that means that everything that we were born into, in a state of love, in a state of pure vibration, in a state of wonderment, was indoctrinated and programmed out. And that when we try to go back to feeling love for ourselves, or feeling good about ourselves, or thinking highly about ourselves, it creates such a distortion and uncomfortableness. And look at me, I'm crying over this, and I shouldn't be. I should be celebrating. That is some fucked up shit. To do that to a people. Especially a bunch of people who are naturally loving and giving as humans are. We come into this world not sinners. We are not sinners. Are you serious? Those of you that really think that, you really bought into that God would create you imperfect and have you born into this world as a sinner, as already less than, and already, bad? That makes no fucking sense to me at all. I am not a sinner. I am not imperfect. And neither are you. Unless you do evil. Well, then, yeah, then you're that. But other than that, what the fuck? What kind of fucking teaching is that? That God would take all this to create all of this for us in all the millennia and all the different ways, and then He would put people, us, you and me, and give us consciousness, and then tell us, yeah, you're kind of fucked from the beginning, but I love you, right? I don't think so. That is not the real creator. That would be that false. And He's not even a God. That'd be that false, whatever, nothingness that did that. And that is a bullshit narrative and storyline to adopt. And I don't shed tears over that per se. I shed tears because of the innocents that believe it. And then because they believe it and because they're so indoctrinated by it, and I'm not excusing myself, because there was a time, because I thought, the way of everything was, religion. I know it's not religion. I'm not a religious person. Not at all. I'm a very spiritual person, and I've always known that. Again, that's why I never learned any other prayer other than the Lord's Prayer. That one spoke to me. But the other prayers, all the other things that you're supposed to memorize, in the Catholic faith, I didn't bother to memorize them. That way, if I did say them, I sent them with meaning and with the meaning and intention I put into it. Not necessarily just by saying it, rote, because that what was expected, to memorization. Memorizing your times table is a good thing. Memorizing your prayers, like a shit ton of prayers, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Is it that difficult to paraphrase and still get the same meaning? No. Can it mean more when you do it that way? Oh yeah, it can mean a whole lot more, because your intention changes when you speak from your heart. Especially all things spiritual. Your intention is true, it's dialed up and everything. So here's me. I have decided, no, not sinners, not born imperfect, not born less than, born perfectly, beautifully, and in God's grace and as God. To say that you're born a sinner and also to be born in God's likeness is to say that God is less than, the Creator is less than perfection. And you look outside, look at everything that has been created, from grass to trees to octopuses to leaves to pillows to cars to teeny tiny little, teeny tiny pixel sized computers. I mean, granted, the nanotechnology is not always used for good, but I'm sure that's what God intended when, He gave the idea to man, right? It was to be used for good, used for internal healing, internal repairs, internal upgrades, whatever, rejuvenation, restorativeness, not to weaponize it, to break down the body, to create dysfunction, to create disease, to create discord. Not that. No, that's not why. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Nope. all these ideas and stuff were done for good, initially for good. The fact that somebody else heard it and then used their creativity to use it for bad, that's fucking fucked up. And they've lost their creativity. They lose their access. They lose their access. That could be why they have the same playbook, all these over and over and over again, and why it's not working now is because everybody's awakened. They have no creativity to think up anything new. They only have the same old what's worked in the past, and they can't even think up something new to do this, you know, and stuff. they've been around too long. They've been disconnected from the God source too long, and they lost their abilities, which is why they need humans to do the things that they do, to steal their creativity, to steal their energy, to steal their ideas, to steal their money, to steal their love, to steal their emotions, to steal, you know, and cause whatever. Because they can't feel, they can't do, they can't, you know, they're just empty nothingness. So, and even more and more so every day. And yeah, there's more and more relief I feel every day. And I can tell it because every day I wake up happier and happier, vibrating higher and higher every day. Even before I open my eyes, my consciousness comes online. Well, it's always been online because only the body rests, but my consciousness never sleeps, which is why I'm always in conversation 24/7, 365. And it's why like, you know, you can, if you've ever done this where you just go boing, you just wake up out of bed. It's because your consciousness wasn't asleep. Your body was asleep, and your body just simply just opening the eyes. Not groggy, not anything, just, okay. And that's how I wake up. So, anyway, I think I'll move some energy and everything today on the Life Pro, and try out some new positions to see about unwinding the fascia, which will unwind my body, which will allow for more energy movement, energy receiving, energy, you know, transferring, transmuting, and cycling, and, you know, my toroidal, you know, circle, or, you know, my, yeah, I can't really say it right now, but I know what I'm thinking. Put the visual out. Anyway, I do appreciate you tuning into me and sitting with me, even as I go through these emotions, raw and unfiltered, you know. It's just who I am. I don't know. I just process what I process as it comes up and stuff. I just figure that that's what needs to come up and out, right? That's what needs to come up and out. So I'm not going to stop it. And I document this not necessarily for you per se, but for me, because I do review it, and I do have an internal conversation. I'm having one now, and then later when I'm watching this, I'll have another one, you know, with whatever comes up at that time. And it always leads to epiphanies and stuff, because basically this is a form of channeling, right? Anytime you're talking to yourself or thinking to yourself or having deep thoughts and stuff, whether you do it out loud or just mentally and nobody knows that you've done it, or you're journaling or whatever, that is a form of channeling. Not necessarily, you know, an outer space anything. It's channeling you, your consciousness, your highness, your God self, your, your me, myself, and I self, right? That's how I experience it. And it's so real. It's so, yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, I'll chat up with you later. Have a great day. I love you, Michi. I love you, love you, love you. And I love all my high vibrational, like-minded friends, and not necessarily like-minded, like exactly same, but high vibrational. We want good in the world. We might have different ways of getting, seeing good come about in the world, but we want good in the world. We want collaboration in the world. We want growth in the world. We want community and raising up humanity and raising up our children to be discernment and to have discernment and critical thinking and self-thinking, individual thinking. I want a world of thinkers. Yes, I do. I want a world of innovators and thinkers and people filled with discernment and critical thinking and wonderment thinking and curious thinking and outside the box thinking and linear thinking and all over the map thinking and however it comes, creative thinking. That's what I want a world of. That's the world I want to be a part of. And then sharing those things, sharing those conclusions, sharing those hypotheses, sharing those theories, sharing the experiment, sharing the excitement, sharing the outcomes, sharing, sharing in a collaboration like, hey, let's do it again, but let's try it this way, right? That brings us together, that brings us community, that brings us village, that brings us knowledge, that brings us fusion, that brings us that shows us cultural diversity and yet still cultural similarity, right? It shows us and brings us closer together. That's just my goal every day. I'm looking forward to, I see it happening. I see it unfolding now. I see so much goodness. And I know it's all happening now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my heart space. I can feel it in my stomach, in the creative space. And it feels good. It feels good to know that I'm a part of it, that maybe I'm even an instigator for it, that I might be the impetus for it, or that I might be, if not for the whole thing, maybe just a small little side, hey, what about this, branch of it. And then that starts a whole new thought process going down, creating a new road, a new way, a new stream. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. A new narrow path in the great cosmic brain of the creator. Love it. Anyway, just thanks for showing up. Thank you, Michi, for showing up every day. Every day. Thank you for this journey, and I also want to take a moment to thank my body for bringing me here, for getting me here, for inspiring me, for taking care of me, for loving me, for doing everything my body naturally does just to stay balanced, just to stay in check, just to stay as healthy as possible with the surroundings, the means, and the resources that are provided at this time. And as each moment passes, each moment, not day, moment, second, millisecond, microsecond passes, I am closer and closer to receiving another blessing. And not only that, not only am I closer, I have. On some level, I just may not be aware of it yet, but it's unfolded. It's been dropped off. It's been given. It's been shared. It's been sent. It's arrived. It's here now. I just need to discover it. And it might be in the form of a thought. It might be in the form of a song or a smile or an unexpected hug from somebody or, excuse me, an epiphany or a physical thing. I just don't know it yet. But it makes its way to my knowing, my consciousness. So I just want to give a thanks for that and a shout out for that, to the universe for that, to the Michiverse, and to your own personal universes. I thank you for being here, for showing up, for being the love and light that you are, and for doing your best with what you have, and for being just amazing, for being an amazing human, for doing the best that you can with what you have, with what you're given, with the skills that you're given, for living as honestly as you can, even if you're not fully understood, even if you've been overlooked, even if you've been bypassed, not taken for seriousness or whatever, but you're still showing up, you're still producing, you're still putting out good, you're still putting out light, you're still putting out something worthwhile, even if it's just worthwhile to you, but something that you're trying to share with the universe, the Michiverse, the all multiverses, that you're trying to make a difference with your being, with your energy, with your smile, with your eyes, with yourself, with your wholeness. Just thank you. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. For me and you. For just being. No other reason. Just thank you. If you did extra, of course extra thank you. But for those that are just like feeling down about themselves, don't feel down. I thank you. I thank you for being here. Even if you had a hard time, but you still showing up, thank you. Your energy is felt, it's wanted, it's needed, and it makes a positive difference. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, it looks like it's trying to snow again or something. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go check on my order and see if it's come yet. So I get going on this stuff. Anyway, I love life. I do. I love it, love it, love it.